in the air tonight, it's everywhere.
Well, welcome back everybody. This is going to be another cooking at home vlog. As you can probably tell, here at DCP, I don't have a dining plan, so I got to do everything myself. So because I have to cook everything myself, it has caused me to get a little more creative. But thankfully, we have these to help us out. These are absolutely beautiful. They're hooked up directly to a gas line underground, so I don't have to worry about fooling with propane tanks and all that. I do have to make sure that I switch it on. But here we go. So many possibilities. Let's get cooking. So, the biggest part of any barbecue type project like this is the waiting. So, yeah, this time just sit here and see what happens. Pork butt's on. You know, they'll wait a little bit longer until I put the pork chops on, because they're not going to take long to cook at all, comparatively speaking. So I'm just going to sit back here, relax in the shade, because it's about an 86-degree day down here in Florida. This is the kind of thing that kind of helps relax me. Kind of reminds me of home, because me and my dad, and we love to cook, particularly outside. So it's not really cook, it's more grill, barbecue, smoke. We love to smoke, yeah.
What did you say?
Not that kind of smoke. No, we like to smoke meat and other things. Yeah, lots of things. Ribs, pork, chicken. We love chicken. This is the kind of thing that reminds me of home because, well, you know, you get a little homesick here or there down here at the Disney College program. So it's nice to have a little something to help keep you grounded. And frankly, I just got off working 8 days in a row. I am tired. So a little activity like this is very relaxing. And in the shade here on the beautiful day like this, doesn't get any better than that. Okay, slight problem. I noticed a lot of trashy smoke. And this is why. Apparently, whomever used this last did not clean it out. And so there was some grease that got under there and flared up on me. You can probably still see some of the flame down there from that grease from whoever last used this thing. Which brings me to this. I got a little bit toasty on one side here. That's not too bad though. Won't ruin it in any way. A little extra carbon never hurt anybody. Kind of brings me to another point. If you're going to use a grill, you need to maintain it. Try your best to clean it out after each use. I do that down here, because down here, all the grills are communal. So there's no telling who at any point in time has used this and what they've done. Which kind of gives a little bit of mystery to every time I come down here and cook. But the important thing is clean up after your stuff on the grill. You leave grease and stuff down in the little traps down in here, you cause a problem for somebody else, like me. Okay, we're all better now. Now you probably noticed the way that I put the pork butt on here. Always in the initial cook, you start out with your fat side on the top. That way, as it cooks, all that fat and juices render down in through the meat. It also prevents it from flaring up on you like it did to me a second ago. Now, that wasn't necessarily my fault. I kept the fat side up, but any kind of grease flare-up can cause a big problem later on down the line. So, start fat side up. It'll keep it from making a big old mess. Now, that is what we want to see right there. The light, wispy, blue kind of smoke. That is what gives us flavor. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at it, because if you're looking, you're not cooking. Now that that's all taken care of, I'm just gonna sit back here in the shade and let it go. There's something you don't see every day. Okay, we're a little bit of a ways into our initial cook. So, I have a meat probe just to see. So I'm going to skewer the top 2 small cuts. Okay. Whew. Having a heat wave. A tropical heat wave. Okay, yeah, those pieces are done. Okay. Get off! Temperature's rising. It is surprising. Okay. Probably won't do anything. I just want to see, so. Like a doctor, I gotta cool the thermometer off before I stick it elsewhere. Why is the temperature going down when I stick it? Hang on, let me fix this. Alright, yeah, it's nowhere near done. So, let it sit. Okay, so these are those 2 smaller portions that kind of just fell off the initial pork roast. Look at there. But I skewered them with the thermometer and they said that these pieces were done, which they look done and they look amazing. Kind of didn't bring my entire kitchen out with me because, well, you can't really do that. But I do have a pocket knife and it's relatively clean. So look at that. Focus. There we go. Look at that. There's a nice crust over the top. It looks incredible. So let us see. Wow. Yeah. That is what we call a good piece of meat. Right there. That rusty pig barbecue rub never fails. Just look at that. Focus. Hang on. Let me get some heavenly light on it. Beautiful. Focus. There we go. Beautiful. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Get it? Because it's a pig. Yeah, never mind. Pork butt is done pretty good so far. I'm just going to set it, well, not really set it and forget it. You can't really forget about everything. But I think it's about time I put on pieces of pork that I sliced off of it, the pork chops. So, put these on here on the top rack. I'll show you that here in just a second. We'll put this one right there. Come on. Gosh, it's hot. Who knew a fire would be hot? Come on, get off there. Move it. Okay, there we go. Anyway. So here we have the pork chops. Above, not quite on top of the flame. And I got this really thick one down here. This eye is on. It's on low. So that should be fine. But yeah, keep them up top, out of direct flame. And I think we'll be good. I tell you, as fun as this is, it is a lot of work. Especially if you're doing it by yourself. Now, normally at home, I'm just the sous chef because my dad does all the most of the important stuff. He gets me to do the grunt work like peeling the membrane off the back of the baby backs and dividing up the cuts of meat that we need. He gives me the grunt work when we're at home, so I'm the sous chef at home. But whether you're the chef or the sous chef, it's always good to have a helper, which I don't have, which is sad. But no matter if you're by yourself or working with a friend or a relative, when you put in the hard work, it pays off. And like I've said in a couple of my videos already so far, especially now that we're reaching the summer months down here in Florida, stay hydrated. Okay, admittedly, it could stand to cook for just a little bit longer, but I've already wasted enough gas on this grill, so I'm gonna pack everything up, move it inside, and finish it off in the oven. There we have it. It's done. Absolutely perfect. And that'll wrap up this video of our barbecuing adventure here at DCP. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, leave a like on this video, leave a comment on this video, but please be sure to also subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.
Worlds collide and hearts unite with stories we all know. Every smile, a spark of light, a tale we'll always share. Magic in the air tonight, it's everywhere.